Welcome back, everybody, to the end of the game. You caught me off guard. I was just thinking of you, and you suddenly showed up, so laughing, embarrassed. Tomorrow's the day, huh? I thought a lot about you, and I decided to come here. I was thinking, what can I do for you? And I figured crying or feeling sad about you leaving wasn't it. So I made up my mind. I'm going to show you what you've taught me. I bought a book. It's called How to Become a Police Officer. I told you I wanted to become strong so I could protect what matters most to me, right? Well, I want to protect this town. We all worked hard to win this peace. I want to keep it this way. You can't be certain that no incident like this will ever happen again, right? This is where all my best friends are. It's where I met you. So I thought maybe I'd become a cop and have Dojima-san put me through the ringer. Aw, so go home proud. We'll be fine here. Come back anytime. We'll all be waiting for you. Go ahead, go! Ree,
Oh, Senpai.
where are you going? I came to see you. No, that's like you came to say goodbye. I'm not planning on letting this be the last time we meet. It does make me sad, though. I told you before, right? I'm returning to showbiz starting spring. I went to voice training today to prepare myself for that, you see. I'm re-debuting myself with a new album. I'm writing all the lyrics myself. Well, I got a D in composition, so they aren't exactly masterpieces. But you know, a lot of stuff's happened while I was on break. I made friends. Dear friends. Everyone is so nice to me. I want to express that to everyone who will listen. My deepest feelings in my own words. I'm scared. I'm scared of putting the real me out there for people to see. But I can't give in to that fear, right? I'll work hard for all my fans out there. I'm gonna make a huge comeback, so wish me luck. Of course! Thank you, Senpai. I know you'll be watching me on the other side of the camera. I'll keep thinking that way as I work. I look back at Jeunesse now, and I feel all those good memories of us. Maybe I'll offer to appear in a commercial for Jeunesse. Then you'll all remember the times we had every time you see it. But then, we'll all feel a bit lonely afterwards, huh? Senpai, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll say goodbye, and I won't cry. I'm so glad that fog's gone. I mean, it's still foggy over in the other world, but it's a clear blue sky over here. We'll see you off on a happy note. Well, see you later. There's Shu. Oh, Sensei, what a coincidence meeting you here. What are you doing? Saying goodbye to people. Goodbye? What are you talking about? I'm leaving town tomorrow. Tomorrow? That's so sudden. I have a baseball game tomorrow, but I want to see you off. Uh-huh. Okay. And can I tell you something I've always wanted to say? I made a friend. He's in the store right now buying ice cream. It's the guy who transferred here that I told you about, remember? He's a fun guy. He's nice. He spoke up for me when I got suspended for cheating. And thanks to him, I have other friends now. He's teaching me about comics and video games, and in return, I help him study. Sometimes we do our homework together. I never thought that fun was something you could have every day. Instead of being afraid and running away, I should have just faced it head on. Thank you so much. Your tutoring was great. I really learned a lot. I'm gonna hit a home run tomorrow. It'll go so far it'll reach your train. Please don't forget about me. Even if you're far away, I'll remember you too. I'm glad you came to this town. It must have been scary for you though, with those murders. Those only happened while you were here. You must have bad luck. Thank you. Aww. So sweet. Ah, so this is where I see. You're leaving, aren't you? Leaving me behind. Stupid liar, blockhead. I didn't even want you to save me, and you did, and now you're doing this. I'm going to be lonely. We'll meet again. Of course we will. If we weren't going to meet again, I wouldn't let you go. Oh, goodness. Hey, I went out and got something to eat by myself. Those steak thingies. Skewers, whatever they're called. I can walk around town, even without your help. The bond between us has connected me to this world. It's kind of lonely, but I'm gonna explore the town without you. I'm not scared anymore. If I don't take any steps forward, I won't learn anything. I'm gonna find out more and more about this outside world. And next time you come, I'll be showing you around. You're going to say goodbye to everyone else, right? You're always like that. I'll see you again. Thank you. Senpai, what are you doing here? Nerd. Hello. I heard you're leaving tomorrow. You know, Kanji's been acting all sad and lonely lately. Shut up, you old bat! I told you not to speak to me that way! Anyway, have you told him about the handicraft class? Thank you for being such a role model for my son. Come visit here sometime, alright? Goodbye now. You didn't hear what she said, did you? Handicraft class? See, a bunch of customers liked those knitted dolls we sold, and they asked me how to make them. So I'm gonna hold classes on how to do it. Laugh it up, why don't you? Don't laugh. Senpai. It was my decision, though. If people want to learn, and if I can teach them, hell, why not, you know? I'm still kind of embarrassed, though. But, it kind of feels good to do something for other people. It's only because of you that I could face up to who I am, Senpai. Thank you very much. You're gonna say goodbye to the others later? Well, it ain't like this is the last time we'll see each other. Our friendship ain't just on the surface. Funny how we got the murder case to thank for that. We put an end to that stuff, right? Adachi's in the slammer and the fog's all cleared up. All thanks to you, Senpai. Yo, when you go, don't turn back around, okay? See ya. Aww, are you gonna cry? South. The Amagi Inn. Welcome to... That's right, you're leaving tomorrow. Thank you for coming to see me before you leave.
Happy.
Aw, it means a lot to me. I was thinking of spending today as just another day, helping with the housework, taking a long bath, and going to sleep. So I can say goodbye without crying. But I failed miserably. I kept thinking about you, and on top of that, here you are right in front of me. You're not helping at all. You're so mean. That's it. I'm leaving town with you tomorrow. Just kidding. For now. You know, after I decided to stay here and become the manager, I realized how afraid I was. Whether I can meet all the responsibilities. Whether I'll be able to support the whole staff on my own. I never thought of things like that. But I've made my decision. Now I have to make an honest attempt at it. I'll do my best to overcome the fear. And you'll be in my heart while I do. We'll be together, even when we're apart. I promise I won't turn away from my problems and fears. I'm going to meet every challenge head on, no matter how hard it seems. Remember what Amano Sagiri said? If mankind so wishes, I will return at any time. That's not what I wish for. I'll face myself, no matter what happens. Thank you. You'll forever be my precious friend. Aww. Well, I should get back to work.
I'll see you later.
I'll see you tomorrow. Oh my god. I get it. They seem to be talking about her. Yep. She joined some volunteer organization and went to Africa. Africa? I never thought she'd be the kind of person who would go there. Job very seriously towards the end of her time here. She even studied during break. About the rumors of the Midnight Shield, she wasn't interested at all. I remember those rumors. Not that I know where they started, but yeah, now that you mention it, she was never around when we were chatting about them. She was studying some foreign language, wasn't she? She was trying to learn English and some African languages. She read a lot of medical books, too. Why Africa? Why did she join a volunteer organization? What's the point? I'd rather marry a guy, raise kids, and be an ordinary housewife. Me too, but watching her kind of made me feel different about it. She did seem to have a boyfriend, though. A very young one, too. That kid who was working here part-time. I don't know the details, but he seemed really seemed to mean something to her. She once told me she was trying to do her best to live up to him. Do her best, eh? I feel I have to try harder too. I'm starting to see where she was coming from. Let's get back to work and do our best. Well, thank God they didn't turn around. Thought I would see them there, but... Is Naoto... Naoto's not here. My, what a coincidence. We really are connected by fate, Chuckles. Shall we talk like old times? Sure.
Goodness, I'm so happy.
I just went to visit my husband's grave. Then I came to look at the river like I did last time. Next thing I know, here you are. There's a surprise. I live with one of my kids and my grandchild now. You're all so kind. I just realized that I almost never talked about my kids with you. I probably distanced myself from the rest of my family. I was afraid that if I didn't, I was going to depend on them. They're living their lives. I didn't want to be a burden on them. So I wanted them to forget about me, to treat me as if I was dead. But they welcomed me, and now we live together. They take care of me, but I'm taking care of my grandson. There's a little bit of give and take there. There really is a place in the world where I belong. I just assumed that there wasn't one. And my children, my family. I regret that I didn't talk with them before. My husband's death must have been sad for them too. After all, they lost their father. Are you happy now?
Yes.
Very much so. I'm so happy right now, but because of that, I feel sad every now and then. I can't help but think he must have wanted to feel this happiness too. So I've decided that the best thing I can do is to live a long, happy life. I'll make the rest of my life as great as it can be, and then I'll tell my husband about it when I see him again. Then we'll have all of eternity to be happy together. I'm not afraid anymore, just a little lonely. I'll also have to tell him everything that happened in town, too. After this whole crazy year, those awful murders and how the police solved the case. I'll definitely have to tell him all about you, too. I recently realized something. Precious things remain precious, whether you're alive or dead. Sorry for making you listen to all my long-winded monologue. You look like you still have things left to do. You look like you've grown up a lot. You're much more handsome now, too. Not as handsome as my husband was, though.
I'll see you again.
Well then, take care of yourself. You still have a lot of life ahead of you. This way.
Yo!
Sensei, I'm super duper happy that you came to see me. Going around saying goodbye, huh? What do you think of the sleepy, peaceful version of Inaba? It must seem weird to you. Huh. I wonder why it began just as you arrived here. Remember that first time Sensei and Yosuke braved in the TV world alone? Boy, I feel so nostalgic. Yeah, ever since then, it was just one surprise after another. Can't imagine how it's gonna be like living here without you. A quiet, peaceful town with no need to use our personas anymore. I can't imagine it either. That's right, we were right in the middle of the case when you came over to this side. A lot of stuff's happened. Facing my true self, you, me got into a fight too. Yosuke, did you smack Sensei? Oh, how reckless! Of course, moron, best friends gotta fight sometimes to be best friends. Why didn't you say so earlier? Sensei, bring it on! Let's fight! Don't hurt him, man. He's gotta get on that train tomorrow. Say, you're really leaving, huh? I'm glad I met you and Yosuke. You two completely changed my life, and Nana-chan, Yuki-chan, and the others too. They all helped me. They gave life to me. Life? Come on, man. You were the one who wanted to change. That's why you tried so hard to make it happen. Thank you so much, Sensei and Yosuke. I love you. Love is kind of strong. I'll take out my outfit. Off my outfit if you want. Let's not. By the way, is it okay for you to chill here? Like, meeting someone? No, I think Teddy has to work. Huh? Spring break, but school is open to students today. Okay, lecture, weirdo. You're leaving tomorrow. Saying goodbye to your teachers? Nope. Having a last look at the school, huh? Can I come with you? This town has become so peaceful.
Oh,
Well, not that I'm disappointed. It's just that for me to remain here without you or a case to solve, I feel somewhat listless. I know this sounds awkward since we've already discussed it before and came to a satisfactory conclusion that the reason for me being here has nothing to do with the case. Perhaps it's just your departure that's making me lonely.
I apologize.
I'm sorry. I'm making trouble for you. I appreciate it, though. I told myself many times that nothing will change, even if we're apart, but I couldn't convince myself of that after all. I'll remain here in Inaba, Senpai. Of course, from time to time, my services will be required elsewhere. But Inaba is my hometown now. I want to treasure the precious time I've spent with you, solving the case together, the Midnight Channel, Personas, Amano Sagiri. My duty is to stay here and get to the bottom of these mysteries. To be honest, the thought of it makes me a bit lonely. Please don't forget your time here. So this is our last chance to talk. Just the two of us. No, of course it won't be. I can go visit you anytime, and vice versa. Senpai, don't you have other farewells to say? Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'll see you tomorrow. Go to town.
Hey.
Most. You look a lot more mature now. We've only been together for about a year, but kids grow up surprisingly fast. Nanako, you remember what we promised? Take care of yourself, big bro. Don't get sick. You too, Nanako. Yep. Don't look so sad, Nanako. We're all family, remember? Doesn't matter if we're apart. We can go see him when I get a vacation. Then we can talk about everything that's happened since we last saw each other, right? Yeah.
Big bro.
Will you remember me? Of course. It's a promise. Aw, come on, don't cry. I'm not crying. Oh well, I guess all kids end up being pushed around by their parents. Same goes for you. It wasn't all that long, all things considered, but I did enjoy your time here with us. I really do think of you as part of my family. I'm surprised my sister's kid would turn out to be such an upstanding young man. Give Nanako a call sometime when you have a spare moment. And you're welcome to come visit us anytime. I'll leave your room just like it is. This is your second home, you know. When I grow up, I want to marry you, big bro. You're a stud. Sure, Nanako, if he's still available by the time you're an adult. But that will be a long time, won't it? By the way, have you said goodbye to everyone yet? You still have a lot of time today. Why don't you go around Inaba and see everyone who missed you? Besides, I don't think you've really had the whole peaceful small town experience while you were here. Now that I think about it, that case began shortly after you arrived and it finally ended a few months ago. Basically, it all happened while you were here in Inaba. I guess it was just a quirk of fate. Anyway, you should get going. We'll be going home too. No. I just want to go up here one more time. Maybe everyone else will come? People did come!
Huh?
Oh my god! Yee!
What a
Just another moment
coincidence!
together.
It must be destiny!
Oh, and it's voiced.
Oh, so you guys came here too! It's our very own special headquarters. There are so many memories here.
Yo there, Senpai. I thought you'd be here.
We had a feeling we'd run into everyone if we came here.
We were planning on seeing you off at the station tomorrow, but I was feeling too restless, so I decided to come here.
Well, since we're all here, why don't we have something to eat?
Ooh, let's have steak! Steak! And make Yosuke pay for everything!
GA, stop that.
Will you shut up about your steaks?
You reminisce with the others.
I really had fun in this world.
Dude, your whole existence is about fun. Well, what we've gone through wasn't all fun and games. But I gotta say, I've never felt so fulfilled in my life.
It seems we've been working on this forever, but at the same time, it felt like it went so fast. We won't ever gather here again like this, or tear our hair out trying to solve the mysteries.
Even if we wanted to talk about it all, there were so many extraordinary things that no one would believe us.
Why not write a book?
Come to think of it, for me, I think it all started when Chie told me about the Midnight Channel.
I think I heard about it from her too. How did you learn about it, Chie?
I guess it was just a random rumor. A lot of girls were trying it out.
Huh. I wonder how it started then.
Who knows? Maybe someone accidentally came across it?
The Midnight Channel. You know, that really was the cause of everything. I mean, the fog lifted after we caught Adachi, but there's still a lot of stuff that isn't clear yet. It's still foggy over there, too.
Some weird guy might use it to do bad things again.
Didn't that Amino something monster say it granted us power?
I bestowed power onto those who could brave the hollow forest. In other words, he gave the power to enter TVs to those who awakened to their persona ability, so that he might use us as pawns to enact his scheme.
Hey, that reminds me. Didn't your hand suddenly slip into the TV even before anything happened to you? Does that mean you're an exception? Well, wait, then what about Adachi and Namatame? Those two could go inside TVs before all this stuff about personas, right?
What? Then Senpai and the other two could do it for some other reason?
There must be something you're not remembering. Anything come to your mind, Senpai?
It was the gas station attendant. I'm pointing at the gas station attendant. That was my damn, Huh? Gave me something. Oh, it was the letter.
A letter? Hey, this better not be another warning.
Adachi!
This is from jail? It's from Adachi.
I'm sure you're surprised to get this letter out of the blue.
Oh, heck yeah! Let's do
I'm
it!
writing this because there's something I need to tell you. Ever since I made it out alive, there are some things I understand now.
So does this mean we're gonna get his, Magetsu Izanagi persona thingy unlocked? Ooh, I wonder what its resistances are! It better, at the very bare minimum, null dark. And maybe come with a resist fizz.
It's true that my game's over, as you all insisted at the time. I'll abide by the rules of this world. But as long as I'm in stir here, I can't clean up after myself. So I hope this will give you something to think about regarding this case. There's still this feeling I can't shake. It's about how it all started, about that Midnight Channel. Now I remember, someone told me about it when I first came to town, before I heard the rumors at the station. And I was intrigued when I noticed that something similar was written on Namatame's reports as well. But I can't remember who it was that told me.
I'm talking about gas station attendant, creepo.
Since Namatame and I both gained our power after coming to Inaba, I have a feeling that has something to do with it. I don't know
Gas
if any of
station
this will be
attendant.
useful or not.
Gas station attendant.
I hope
That
it can help
that
somehow.
bozo was creepy. Not to mention a weird ass model, almost like a unique NPC.
When I'm here, I think of Dojima-san, Nanako-chan, and you. A lot. Though my time with you didn't seem like much fun before. It's strange.
Fold on the piece of.
Despite it all, I'm grateful to you. Thank you. But let me just say this. You're a dumbass.
Dumbass. Says the dumbass in
You
jail.
take the path you choose, and I'll think about what that means to me too. I doubt I'll ever see you again, but stay healthy. Goodbye.
Contained Adachi's letter. We bestow upon thee the ability to create the Magetsu Izanagi! Yes! The Tempter of the Void. Still though, the things he wrote.
It's not very helpful to know that he can't remember who it was.
I'm not sure how to put it, but I kinda know the feeling. It's like... I don't know how to say this. Like something's connecting all these things. Something beyond what we can see. That world, the Midnight Channel, the ability to enter TVs. They all feel like separate things. You know what I mean? First the rumors, then the serial murder, followed by us deciding to investigate the case. If they all really were separate, they wouldn't fit together like this, right? There has to be some kind of conductor behind everything.
You mean like how Marie talked with a different voice, and how Teddy, well, other Teddy was talking in words that, as Teddy put it, I don't understand. I feel like, and I agree, there is a conductor, but I don't know. Maybe the gas station. I'm still gonna harass the gas station attendant.
So you think the person Adachi mentioned, the one who told him about the Midnight Channel, is that conductor? Did I strike gold again? It's seriously just something that popped into my head!
Senpai, is there anything like that you can think of?
When you think back, you feel as if something happened to you when you were well. There is something. Remember when we touched the gas? The reason why I didn't trust that bitch is because when we shook hands, our character acted like they got like a headache or something, or they got sick immediately afterwards, and I'm like, God damn it, bitch, you gave me COVID.
But the monster we fought last said we did well in playing our parts. Perhaps this means Adachi and Namatame were players as well. Could it be that from the beginning, this serial murder case was merely a portion of a much larger scheme? And none of the people who were directly involved in the case ever suspected it.
Hey, this scheme. Could it be the whole thing about filling both worlds with the fog and turning mankind into shadows? So someone was behind the scenes watching us. The culprits. And maybe even that monster. And he manipulated Adachi and Namatame at the very beginning so everything would come together perfectly?
Let's go out into town. We might find something. Although, you may be the only one capable of noticing it. Please contact the rest of us should you come across anything.
We can't say our goodbyes tomorrow with this hanging over our heads. Let's go figure this out.
Yep. There's no Jima. Well, technically, We'll start with Dojima, but I do want to talk to the Velvet Room people, solely because, you know, they... Oh wait, they're not here. Going to town. The reason why I want to talk to the Velvet Room people is because they are supposed to be there to help me through my journey, and the journey is not over, at least not yet. Riverbank.
Did you already meet all your friends?
I wanted to talk to you.
What's this all of a sudden? The day you first came to town? Let's see. We were the first ones to greet you, right? Did we stop somewhere on the way home? I'm pretty sure Nanako and I left home that afternoon, picked you up, and came straight back. Now that I think back to that night, I was called back to work as soon as we got home, so I couldn't talk much. And the very next day, those strange murders started. Sheesh. Lots happened since then. It's been one heck of a year, hasn't it?
Hey, big bro. On the first day, didn't we stop at that place? The gas station. I used the bathroom there. When I got back to the car, you were talking to the weird attendant.
The weird attendant?
Yeah, when I first met you, I remember the gas attendant because he was weird.
Now that you mention it, I do remember that. I filled the tank before we went home, huh? Yeah, I do remember you talking to the attendant there. I didn't remember seeing him much before, so he stuck in my mind. But I don't know about calling him weird. It wasn't like he looked or acted funny. Yeah. Come to think of it, I never saw that guy again.
It wasn't really that the attendant looked weird, but after you talked to him, you looked sick, big bro.
Exactly, so thus suspicion had to be cast.
Don't you remember? I asked you on the way home. Are you carsick? You said you were okay, but that attendant, he was just a little scary for some reason.
Well, I didn't know about that. But honestly, I'm surprised you're asking all these questions. I thought you came here just to reminisce. So, why are you looking for the person you met first? Is something going on with that attendant? Do you know him?
It might be
I see.
important.
Well, just remember that you leave tomorrow. I don't know what you're up to, but you should come back home early. There are some dark clouds on the horizon. We might get some rain soon.
Okay.
Go to town. I'm gonna go talk to them. Okay, Velvet people, help.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. How may I help you? You have solved the mystery and deflected the disaster that so nearly fell upon you. Is there something else beyond this you need our assistance with?
There's one last thing.
Intriguing. So, is there still something that leaves you unsatisfied? What may that be? Well then, let's take a look and see what it is you might be sensing.
Oh god, tarot shit.
Wow. That's a lot.
Ah, this is a surprise. These are shards of power, allowing one to see through to the truth of things without being swayed by hollow rumors. Interesting. Indeed, you have come here today for a reason. then I shall play my part as well.
Huh?
That is a crystal of power which you have nurtured through your journey. An orb that repels fabrications of all sorts, dispels lies, and shines upon the truth.
The Orb of Sight.
Hey, I remembered something about myself. I was born a long, long time ago. I was the unconscious wish shared by people's minds to protect the world of man, walk the path of man, fulfill the wish of the world. That was my role. But people changed. People stopped wishing for truth and life. Or maybe they just stopped paying attention. Eventually, the me that wanted to protect humanity and the me that wanted to fulfill humanity's wish couldn't stay as one. The desires of man had no bounds, and one day, my other half became its own existence. Much larger than myself. I was left behind, with no power or memories. I became a tiny fragment, incapable of even clearing the fog without giving my own life to do so. Kusumi no Okami. The rest, you already know. Without my powers, I became a tool, manipulated by the other me. You already know, huh? The cause of it all. The one who created the Midnight Channel and gave you the power to enter the TV. The real puppet master, who tried to fill both worlds with fog, using me and the Sagiri. If you don't defeat her, the world will never be truly clear of that fog. Go. Follow what you believe in. The truth is right in front of you.
Truth is a thing which only appears to those who have observed, considered, and made a choice. At the end of the path you chose lies the truth. Believe in it, and continue without faltering.
How marvelous. It seems that you will reveal the journey's true end, one beyond our predictive power. Now go to the place where everything began.
The gas station, right? It's raining. Alrighty, creepo. Declare yourself. Hi there. Do you need something? First, what are you talking about? Oh, is this about the part-time job? I'm sorry, we don't have an opening yet. That's the serial murder suspect. A real tragedy, wasn't it? But the case was solved, right? Thank goodness. Have you met those two? Well, that's a weird question to ask. I don't know if I was right here, but I might have met them before. I've been in this town for a long time, so yeah, there's a good chance. But it's not like I knew them personally. If you got nothing else, you mind leaving me alone? Hey, I asked you to leave me alone. Did you miss that? Did you do anything to them? Huh? To those two? That's right, I remember now. I think I met them when they first came to town. So I greeted them, saying, "Welcome to Inaba." But that's all. Just that. What about it? What did you do to me? What did I do? Don't you remember? I met you when you first came to town, and did the same thing as what I did to those two. I greeted you, that's all. Remember? We talked for a couple minutes. Mind if I ask you something? Why all these questions? Is there something that's bothering you about the time when we first met? Did you give me the power? Oh my god. This bitch is dancing. I don't like this. Just admit it. Yes, 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 yes. Amazing. You've reached me at last. Let's drop this charade. To be quite honest, I was waiting for you to come. Adachi, Amatame, and you. It is I who awakened that power within you three, the one who had potential. And having said that, I am rather surprised.
You really are troublesome.
Ugh. I'm sorry, but the red eyes is just ugh.
Not only did you defeat the two Sagiri I snuck into Adachi and Namatame, but you even saved that stunted dwarf of a life.
You talking about Marie?
It's such a foolish thing. What good is saving her life? She is but rubbish, suitable only for getting rid of that pointless fog. Hmm? Don't tell me she was still carrying that around. Oh, excuse me. I was talking about that bamboo comb you have on you.
I got it from her.
Yes, I know. After all, it is a symbol of separation, which is why I gave it to her as we parted ways.
Separation.
How foolish. That comb was a curse. And to think she treasured it all this time. She must have been desperate for something to cling to. There's a limit to how irresponsible you can get.
Don't you look down on her.
And what are you going to do about it?
Kick your
The
ass.
last battle wasn't enough for you. You certainly have the powers I was expecting.
Well, who are
Must know
you?
by now. Isn't that why you came? Your friends were drawn to the spark I stirred in you. That's why they're here now, with their awakened powers. Still, I didn't think you'd make it all the way to me. Indeed, I never expected this at all. You're really something. What? You don't remember? When you first came to town, I gave your power a gentle push, just like this. Are you in high school? Does it surprise a city boy to see how little there is out here? There's so little to do, I'm sure you'll get bored fast. You'll either be hanging out with your friends or doing part-time jobs.
That's why I thought it was weird. Not only did you have a weird, almost unique model, or actually, yeah, unique model, because I never saw another attendant, and you had a
Speaking of
voice.
which, we're actually looking for part-time help right now. Give it some thought, why don't you? We don't mind if you're a student.
Dizziness.
You're not the only one I welcomed to town with a handshake greeting. I did the same for a few other outsiders like you. A handful of strangers were more than sufficient to stimulate a small place like this. But it seems the stimulus was stronger than I imagined. Enough to envelop this town with fog, and later lift it. Not only that, you now stand before me as if your assigned part wasn't enough. What for?
To learn the truth.
What will grasping the truth do for you? Why such greed? I guess it's the foolish nature of being mortal. I am Izanami. Amino Sagiri, ruler of the fog, is merely an aspect of myself that I birthed long ago. You awakened to a power I had not imagined. You defeated the two Sagiri and the one fragment born from me. And now here you stand, face to face with me. I can no longer ignore this situation as mere foolishness. This may be fate, as decreed by the world. Very well. This time I shall pit my full strength against you. But in return, you must come prepared to follow through in your futile resistance. I'll be waiting for you there.
bitch! Get back here!
Hey, are you alright? Who was that you were just talking to? Did she just disappear? Wait, don't tell me.
Uh-huh.
So, it wasn't over after all.
That's not technically a bad thing.
You're saying this so-called Izanami is the conductor, and she's waiting for us in the other world? If we don't beat her, I'm sure it'll all happen again.
Oh, okay. The others aren't far off, so I'll call them up.
Yeah, will ya? Tell him this is really gonna close the case.
Right. We'll defeat her and put an end to this for sure this time.
All right, then once we're all ready, let's meet up at Juness.
Oh! Then as long as Izanami is left alone, the town will definitely fall into the fog again someday. And if that were to happen, everyone, all those precious to you, would become mere shadows. This is the most important task you have faced, and it must be taken care of before leaving town. You must ensure complete peace for this town, where you have lived with everyone. And we're going to take care of that before we leave. We're going to save. And we will, when we get back, we'll be in Juness, starting this case. I hope y'all are ready for the big finale. See y'all later. Take it easy.